Now, before we begin, I kind of want to mention about how I remember seeing a fake leak about the Super Mario Galaxy movie's post-credit scene where Donkey Kong is at the DK Island, at the Kong Island, whatever it's called, and then he looks outside his house, he squints his eyes, and sees King K. Rool about to interfere or, attack and, just cause mischief or mayhem or whatever, and then it fades to black. And I knew it was so clearly fake because it was just AI. But before I woke up and started recording this video, I had a dream where I went to go watch the movie and it was real for some reason. And I was like, what the hell? How did they get a hold of that? And then also I had a dream where the movie didn't have that Luma scene at the end of the game and I was pissed off about that. That was definitely something that was kind of weird, but anyway. So the Super Mario Galaxy movie. In my last video, I was covering it and talking about it, and I said I wouldn't make another video about it until the movie's release date, unless I feel like talking about that final trailer we got on Mario Day, and here we are talking about the final trailer. Now, if you saw the title and thumbnail, you can tell that I am kinda scared, but also super excited. I mean, it's a movie adaptation of a video game franchise I really love. It's a sequel to a movie I really enjoyed, and it's a Mario Galaxy movie. That's just really cool. But there's just been a roller coaster of emotion throughout this movie's announcement to its actual release, and I just want to express all of them in this final video. Now, going all the way back even further before the actual announcement in September, we got some leaks in the middle of July, and they were Old Spice cans. Now, obviously, these leaks were actually true. You can actually buy them in stores now, but before any of that, people didn't know what to think. It seemed real, but it also seemed super fake. But yeah, it turned out to be real. Even though this is one of the most infamous leaks, it still flew over a bunch of people's heads. Some of my friends didn't talk about it until the actual announcement of the movie, but I definitely wasn't one of them. I definitely followed those leaks. Now, there's no way this movie gets leaked a second time before its announcement, right? Right? So this movie announcement was a part of the 40th anniversary segment of a Nintendo Direct, and obviously in a Nintendo Direct, Nintendo announces it 2 or 3 days beforehand before they actually live stream it. But one day before the actual Direct premiere, people found out that Universal registered a domain name for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and they shared it online, and yeah, it was safe to say that this was actually real. When I found out about this, I was a bit skeptical, but I kept an open mind about it, and when I found out, I was like, yep, but I was still very excited. Now, after the announcement, people obviously got excited, and then all the fake leaks started happening. One of the most popular ones, at least on Twitter, was by the name of Galaxy.Leaks on TikTok, where they showed off official not seen renders of the Mario Galaxy movie, which showed Rosalina, the Lumas, and Mario. After some time passed, people slowly found out that this was fake, and when comparing the fake Rosalina to the actual movie version, yeah, I'm glad we got the movie version. But they actually got the spinning Mario pretty accurately, so props to them. A lot of the leaks afterwards either ended up being AI generated or really bad. Like this one of a McDonald's Happy Meal toy lineup in Mexico. Yeah, let's just pretend we don't see Honey Queen's render that was used in Mario Kart 7. Yeah, just ignore that. There was also this leak of Peach holding her breath underwater, and it looks pretty real. It doesn't look AI generated, but I don't know how to feel about this one because we haven't seen a single trailer shot or movie clip from a TV spot that remotely shows that this is actually in the movie. This could have been faked, but I just have no idea. Maybe for whatever reason, this just wasn't shown at all until the final movie, so we never know, but I don't know, maybe Peach just drowns in Beach Bowl Galaxy, we'll see. After all that nonsense, people were still hungry for that Galaxy trailer, and so was I. Until sources started saying that this Galaxy first trailer was going to be attached to the Wicked sequel in theaters, which was late November. And I actually made a video talking about it and said it was going to come out November 12th. And guess what? I was right. Now, from what I remember, I made that video a week before the actual movie trailer came out, which was on a Wednesday. But then, on the most random Sunday, we ended up getting that Yoshi cookie leak, which revealed a better look at that Yoshi render we saw on the Old Spice leak, and it also showed off on the back Bowser Jr.'s symbol, and yeah, people soon found out that Bowser Jr. was gonna be in the movie, and this wasn't fake because they had a listing on a website where you could actually buy them. They were out of stock, but they were still on the website, and yeah, it was real, and yeah. And then the trailer came out, and they showed off Rosalina, they showed off Galaxies, and they showed off Bowser Jr. But no Yoshi. It wasn't until the second trailer all the way in January where we actually got the first look at Yoshi. But, yeah. After this, there was surprisingly not that much said about the movie, all the way up until the Game Awards clip, where we just got a little mini extended clip of the Bowser Jr. scene, and then it was just quiet all the way up until January. There's been a few TV spots, but Nintendo's been promoting the hell out of this movie, but also not showing too much, kinda. It's weird, I don't know. I just honestly still don't know what is even going on. And we're just 2 weeks away from it happening. And let's just start talking about why I am a little scared. Now I want to start off by talking about the movie's runtime, which is about an hour and 40 minutes, almost 100 minutes, which is normal for an animated movie, especially Illumination. But what scares me the most about this is the amount of characters in this movie. Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Toad, Rosalina, Bowser, and Bowser Jr., and smaller characters like Honey Queen and Wart are all in this movie. But I feel like with so many of these characters doing their own things, being separated from each other, I feel like one of them, at least from the main cast, is gonna get sidelined. And here's where I'm going with. Now, I feel like the character that's gonna get this treatment like Luigi did in the first movie is Rosalina. Because have you noticed how Rosalina's scenes in the trailers and other stuff like the TV spots have only been her fighting the Mega Leg in the Cosmic Observatory? Which is really strange. Maybe they're just hiding a lot from her, but I don't know. And what makes it weirder is that if you go to the official Gateway Galaxy website, it shows that she's missing. Is she gonna get kidnapped? Are Mario and Luigi gonna have to save her? Like, what? I really hope this isn't the case because Rosalina's a literal space goddess. Why would she end up getting kidnapped by a big turtle? I feel like she could easily own Bowser, so why is she missing exactly? Now I want to move on to my second point. I am a little worried about how good of an actual adaptation of the Galaxy games this movie is gonna be. Some of the actual galaxies from the games are already in the movie and they're confirmed, like Honey Hive Galaxy with Honey Queen being there with an actual voice and everything, so it's safe to assume that we're gonna see Bee Mario or the Bee Mushroom in some way. There was a recent TV spot that showed off the Cloud Flower and the Balloon Yoshi. So there's some obvious things here that are galaxy related, but there's also some stuff here that are not. Like Fossil Fall is being turned into a galaxy? Like, okay. Well, it makes sense because of the T-Rex, but I didn't expect that. Now, there's one thing from the movie that I haven't seen get adapted yet, and it's a really important part of the game that I really want to see in the actual movie, but we just haven't seen anything about it. They could just obviously be hiding it from us, but hey, we never know. That's why I am scared. But where's Rosalina's backstory? Where's the entire storybook? I mean, come on, we literally got a physical version that you can buy in bookstores, and we even got extra pages for the exclusive 2-pack on the Switch. So it seems like Miyamoto knows about it. So is it going to be in the movie? I hope. I hope, please, please. There's a few smaller stuff that I'm also a bit curious about, like the licensed songs. Are there gonna be any in this movie? Because the first movie had a few of them, and people didn't really like them. They didn't think it really suited the environment of the movie or what was going on. Like hearing "Take on Me" for the first time in theaters, it was really, really strange. I was honestly confused when I first heard it. I mean, it's pretty clear that Miyamoto wasn't intended to do this, but they did it regardless because the people at Illumination love pop songs for whatever reason. And it's kind of sad seeing Brian Tyler's amazing scores getting scrapped from the final movie for fucking Take on Me. I mean, it's a good song, but still. But who knows, maybe Miyamoto's holding Chris Meledandri and all the people at Illumination in a chokehold and saying, no. No licensed songs. I hope. I just hope that this movie is a good adaptation of the games. I really want to see Rosalina's storybook because one of the biggest complaints of the first movie was it having no plot. But with Rosalina's backstory, maybe the critics will actually like this one. And that's scary because Rotten Tomato critic scores happen like a week before the movie actually comes out, and we're officially 2 weeks as the time of recording this, so in about a week we're probably going to be seeing them, and I'm scared. And obviously I'm going to say the thing that almost everyone else has been saying. I'm a little conflicted on how they're going to cram all of this stuff going on into an hour and a half feature-length film. Like, they go to Toast Arena, they rescue Yoshi, Bowser Jr. interferes, they go to Gateway Galaxy, they turn into babies at some point in Falls of Falls, they're in Honey Hive Galaxy, and then I don't know. I'm probably gonna like it, like I said, regardless. I just really, really want this movie to be good. The first Mario movie, looking back at it, I still really like it, but it is like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 movie. I want this Mario Galaxy movie to at least be an 8, 8.5, maybe a 9. I wouldn't say 10 because I'm not expecting that much, but the highest I'm expecting is like an 8.5, a 9. I'm just hoping this movie is better than the original, better than the original, which I'm already expecting anyways because this movie looks awesome, but I just really, really want this movie to actually be good. Please, please don't mess this up. It's Mario Galaxy. Please. But what do you guys think? Are you excited? Are you scared? Do you think Yoshi's design in the movie is ugly? Are you going to be dry beating it to Rosalina? Let me know. But that's going to do it for today's video. And yeah, subscribe for more Mario Kart, because that's what I'm supposed to be posting right now, but I'm just really excited for this movie. So when this movie is already out, I'm probably gonna make a review, and then I'm gonna go back to Mario Kart. So yeah. Wait, what do you mean Childish Gambino is Yoshi? What the